All right, we have the ventral part of the brain here, and I've removed the pituitary gland so that you can actually see the infundibulum. It's a stalk that connects the brain down to the pituitary gland. Behind it and on either side are what are called the mammillary bodies. We see the optic chiasma better with our optic nerves and optic tract there, and we'll get back to the nerves a little bit later on. In the cross section here, what we can actually see is some of the hollows of the brain. And so we see our fourth ventricle here. Our third ventricle is this region within the diencephalon. And then we have the cerebral aqueduct connecting them. The lateral ventricles are off into the sides here. On the cerebellum here, we can see this complex branching pattern, and this is referred to as the arbor vitae. Arbor vitae is Latin for tree of life, and it looks like an arbor vitae plant. We can see the bulge down here of the pons, as well as the medulla oblongata here, and the medulla oblongata will continue backwards as the spinal canal, with the central canal located as the hollow inside of that, and that's all connected up through all these various aqueducts and ventricles. Right here we have the diencephalon, and down below, there's no real clear good line down here, but down below is the hypothalamus. We'll make it clear if it's in the hypothalamus. The thalamus is the middle part, and this central circle here is called the massa intermedia of it. And then the epithalamus is above it. You can also see our tectum here, which is the colliculi. The main part of the epithalamus here is this gland, the pineal gland, and there's also some connections here between the two halves. In the telencephalon, or prosencephalon, we have this structure. This is the corpus callosum, and it's the main connection within vertebrates connecting the two halves of the brain. I should say within placental mammals. Up on front, we have this rounded front part is called the genu. Rounded back part is called the splenium, and this part here is called the fornix, all connecting it together. Now, if we had cut this right to the other side of the brain, we would see a membrane connecting over this opening here, and that would be called the septum pellucidum. And I think that's all that we can see from here.